Hey, Mary. Yes, one more stamping project. And we have a new theme for next week. We will wait another minute or so and get started. I like to be prompt for my prompt friends. Hi, Deborah. Hello, hello. All right, let's go. Let's get going here. Alrighty, welcome everyone. This is Thursday with the Wexford Stamper, my Facebook Live. I have them on Tuesdays and Thursdays every week at 3 p.m. And I am into the thick of it with holiday gifts and holiday projects. So I'm so glad that you could join me today. It is Santa week. And on Tuesday, we made a cute little Santa gift bag. Hi, Diane. And today we are going to make this adorable little chocolate Santa treat holder. I got my inspiration from the kitchen table stamper and I put my own little twist on it, and this is what I got. So I am so excited to share this with you. They are so quick and easy to make. As you can tell, I have made several of them here, and I have been using the paper from PLAID Tidings, and that gives you so many great options for Christmas paper. There's a great Christmas plaid there. Buffalo plaid is always a great choice. Here's another one with the green and red. So there's just so many choices. This is a nice holiday plaid. Just lots and lots of great choices in the PLAID Tidings, and that comes in 6x6. And that is a great deal if you're looking for paper to make holiday projects. So let me go ahead and take these off to the side here for just 1 minute, and we'll talk a little bit about the products that I used besides the wonderful plaid paper. To do my stamping for the tree right here, I used an oldie but goodie. This is called Perfectly Plaid. And this one is a holdover from last holiday catalog. So it is found in the annual catalog. And that is on page 60. And the reason I love this is because I love trees, but I also love the fantastic tree punch that comes with the set to make a bundle. So this is a great one to have for the holidays. And I'm so glad they held it over so I could get another year's use out of it with my stamping friends. So I did use that one. And you will see how I make my trees in just a few moments. And then for my sentiment here, I used the banner year. And I tell you, I have been getting so much great use out of this one. We're going to use the Be Merry today. But this one has sentiments for lots and lots of different like Lisa says, months with burr at the end. Lots and lots of great ones here, from Halloween to Thanksgiving to Christmas. It's awesome. So take a look at the banner year. All righty, now let's go ahead and get started. This is such a simple project, and it doesn't use that much material, but I did want to bring these in and let you know, and I will link a Amazon link to where I found these on Amazon. But these are what I used for my chocolates for Santa's. They are Madeleine Company, Chocolate Company, and I'll grab the ones I need. You're going to need 5 for your project. So they have them in the gold and in red and in green. So I tried to do a little bit of a combination of all of them. but they are so, so cute. Let me see how tall they are. Let's see, about 2 inches tall, these little chocolates. And I've been eating them, unfortunately, as I craft, but you know, that's the risk I take for doing the holiday crafts for you guys, right? Somebody's got to do it. So, all right, so let's go ahead and talk about how we got the little Santas to stay in place. All right, I used a pretzel bag. Now, these are not available through Stampin' Up, but these are available through your local craft store. I'm sure you can get them online if you don't want to go in, but they're in like the baking section. And the bag is about 2.5 inches tall and 10 inches long. Okay, so it's way longer than we need, but I thought it was a perfect size to get my little Santas in there. So all I did, there's 5 Santas for each one of the projects. So I just kind of make sure I get them inside and not on top. There we go. I just kind of slid him down and got him all the way to the end there, and then just followed in with his other friends. But I love these little chocolates. They're quite delicious, but I love that they had the Santas with the different color suits. I just thought they were so cute and made such a cute little gift. So there are my 5 little Santas, and I'm pushing them down to the bottom of the bag. And let's make sure they're all standing up straight there, Santas. Come on, no slouching. There we go. All right, so there are the Santas. They are put in the bag. And then what I did, I actually turned the bag over and I cut a large portion of the bag off. And then I grabbed, hi Lisa, welcome. I grabbed my Scotch tape. I know I still use Scotch tape when I craft. And I just folded the end over the back, keeping it pretty tight, making sure our Santas are going to stand up straight. And then I just turn it over, and there you have them. Oh, wait, I made that a little crooked. I don't want that sticking out the bottom. Let's try that again so we get it straight across. There we go, that's better. All right, so there are my Santas all ready to be put on their treat holder. Okay, next part, I'm gonna bring in my cardstock, and you can pick any color that coordinates with your paper. For this one, I'm gonna be using the Cherry Cobbler. I've also used the Shaded Spruce and also Basic Black, but it's really up to you, whatever color you'd like to coordinate. The DSP is 5 by 2 3/4. That makes this piece 5 1/4 by 3. All right, and don't worry about all the dimensions and things. I will put them on my blog, hopefully by the weekend. But I made the piece of DSP about 1/4 inch smaller than the piece of cardstock. Then I just took some of my Tombow, and you can see the great full plaid here on the back. I've used a lot of that one as well. And I'm just going to go ahead and adhere that to my piece of cardstock. Okay, so it's 5 1/4 by 5 1/4 by 3 is the size of the finished product. Okay, so let's go ahead. Now you're going to notice here, I did some notching in here just to help the ribbon stay on a little better so it wouldn't be slipping. Okay, so before I did that, I actually did do something to secure. Oh, do they really? Oh, that's a good one too. You can check Amazon for the pretzel bags as well. Just to secure these a little better on the cardstock and designer series paper, I took a piece of tear and tape and I just put it across the back of my Santas, and then I wouldn't have to worry about them falling off if the little treat holder got knocked around or anything. So now the ticket is getting it off. There we go. And then I just, oops, I need to do one more thing before I do that. I took my 3/4 inch circle punch. And I just punched a half circle out of each side, just kind of eyeing it to get somewhere close to the middle. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, I see. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead, now that I took the tear and tape off, I'm just gonna lay that across there. Okay, now we're gonna grab our ribbon, and we're gonna be using the Real Red ribbon, and it is called Double Stitch Satin Ribbon. Okay. Oh, good, I'm glad, Jean. What kind of cookies are you making today? And I'm just gonna go ahead and take my ribbon. Let me cut off a nice big piece. And I'm just gonna wrap it around the back of my Santas. Come around the front and stop. Okay, so we're gonna get to the next part in just a second. But before we do that, we have to, thank you, Lisa. What would I do without you, girlfriend? I don't know. We're going to go ahead and we're going to stamp the little tag with Be Merry. Now, I did tell you that the Be Merry was here on the Banner Year stamp set, and I stamped that using the shaded spruce because I like to keep everything coordinated. Now, this is a little different than you're used to stamping. Usually when you're stamping and punching a hole in a tag, you put it as far over to the right as you can. Well, today we're going to do it a little different. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stamp it as far to the right as I can because we're going to have the tag hanging off the left side. So I want to put it as far over to the right as I can. There we go. All right, so there's the Be Merry. Okay, now, I don't like the way that Y didn't come out so well. Let's try again. Okay, ooh, sugar sounds good. I'm getting pretty excited about getting into cookie baking mode. It's gonna happen soon here, Jean. There we go, that's a little better. Be Merry. All right, then I'm gonna take my punch. Let's get this out of the way before I make a mess. And I'm going to go ahead and punch a hole on the right-hand side of the tag, which is kind of opposite of what we usually do. Now I'm going to bring this back in, and I'm going to go ahead and put my tag on. All right, so I'm going to take the top ribbon, and I'm going to put the tag on before I tie the bow. Okay, so I've done I did a over-under. Then I'm going to slide my tag down on here. And remember, if I tie it a little bit toward the middle, I can always slide. It gives me a little bit of a better handle on it. So now I'm going to go ahead and on live TV make my bow. Wish me luck. All right, now let's move that over here. Dear, let's see, how are both of them hanging off the same side? Let's try that again, ladies. Okay, I'm gonna turn it here. This could help. This never goes well when I'm doing it live. All right, there we go. Now let's see if this one will be better. Come on, you. Ho! Everybody, cross your fingers for this one. Okay, here we go. I'm just not in my bow making stride today. Here we go. Now we're talking. Now let's slide it over here where it belongs. There we go. Now it's looking more like where I want it to do. And I want my tag to stick out here on the left side. Okay. Now let's slide it over. Aha. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with gas, my dad used to say. All right. Now let's go ahead and cut off our little ends. I like to leave it a little long and floppy. Okay, so there we go. Last thing we need to work on is the tree. And this is my favorite part. And you will see in weeks to come, I'm going to use this little tree design for a lot of other projects. All right, so I'm going to grab my tree here. Now there's lots of trees to choose from. Let me bring in the set again. There is a little plaid tree, which is super cute. Really? Maybe that would help, Mary. Maybe I'll turn it upside down, but I'm having a day today. Here's a more realistic tree. And then here's another tree which has like a two-step stamp that you can stamp the leaves on the tree too. Well, I'm not going to do the second step. I'm just going to use the one with the cute little leaves. And I'm going to use a piece of the shaded spruce, and I'm going to stamp my image 3 times in shaded spruce. So it's really kind of a tone on tone that I'm using. Oops, I'm shaking, sorry. And I'm just going to stamp down 3 times on my paper. Now, when you are punching these little trees out, you want to make sure that you're stamping them close to the edge of the paper and you're stamping them straight up and down, not like this, okay? And I'll show you why you want to do that. You want to make sure they're right side up and close to the edge, okay? Because if you don't, you're going to end up having to cut your paper and it takes a lot longer. But if you do it this way, you can bring in your fabulous tree punch and you can just kind of punch right down the row. So you want to turn it over and upside down, and you want to be able to see your tree right inside the opening there, and then you're just going to punch, and there you've got your cute little tree. And I'm going to do 2 more of those, and see, by placing them right towards the edge at the bottom of the paper, they're easy to punch out. So you can like cut a strip of paper and stamp a bunch of them and just go right down the line. All right, so there's the 3 that I'm going to be using today. And I'm going to put them together and make, oh good, I'm glad, Lisa. This is a great, great treat. All right, I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to, just by sight, I'm going to go ahead and fold each of these little trees in half. And the most important part of the tree that has to be in half is the tip and the little trunk, okay? The tree is not perfectly symmetrical, so it's not gonna line up perfect for you along this edge, but that's okay, okay? You just wanna try to get your trunk symmetrical and the tip of your tree as best you can. The rest of it is not gonna be exact, but you'll never be able to tell once we get our little 3D tree together. All right, last one, and you notice I'm folding them closed so you can't see the stamping, okay? So you want to make sure you're folding it so that you're closing it up and you can't see your stamping, okay? Because we're going to be gluing and we don't want to glue the side with the stamping on. All right, so those are my 3 little trees, now all ready to glue. I know. I got so much use out of it last year, Jean. I just love it. I was so excited to see that it's still in the catalog. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of the trees and I'm gonna put a little bit of glue right here along the edge and down onto the trunk there. And I'm gonna take the next one and I'm just gonna pile it right on top. And you wanna have the tip lined up and the trunk lined up, and then you should have the folds lining up as well. And just squeeze it a little bit. Okay, then you're gonna do the same thing again, exactly. You're gonna take your Tombow or whatever your adhesive of choice is. Make sure you get a good bit, not a good bit, but you wanna have some down on the tip of the, up on the tip of the tree and down on the trunk. And then I'm gonna do the exact same thing again. Just lay the 3rd one right on top, lining up my trunk, lining up my crease or fold, and then lining up my tip. And then I'm just going to squeeze it a little bit to make sure all those areas are getting stuck together. And then what you have is your little 3-dimensional tree. Isn't that so cute? And then it has the cute little stamping on it. I just love this guy. All right, so all I need to do now is I'm going to adhere him to my treat. So I'm going to turn my bow a little bit more sideways. And then what I do and how I put it on, you can do it with glue dots if you want to, but I wanted to use some dimensionals. So on the back of my tree, I put 2 dimensionals right along where the trees come together. And then I'm gonna stick it right here against the bow. And that'll stay on very well on the plastic bag and on the ribbon. So that is it. That is our project for today. Isn't that quick and easy? This is something that you could do and make bunches of them at one time and do like a little assembly line. There's not a whole lot to it, but it's a great, cute gift. I've showed it to some of my friends and they love them. So if you have any questions about this project or my other Santa project for the week or any of my other projects, please don't hesitate to email me or message me. I'd be glad to help you out. So remember, I will put this video tutorial right on my YouTube channel. That's the Wexford Stamper. Just search the Wexford Stamper. And then my blog, thewexfordstamper.blogspot.com, will have all the dimensions and all the written instructions on by Sunday. So you can always check back there. So that was Santa Week. I hope you enjoyed Santa Week. And next week is another theme. And this theme is penguins. How many of you love penguins? I love penguins, and they're such a cute little winter creature. I have 2 cute projects with penguins. The first one I've been holding for quite a while. And this is my penguin card. And this is a pendulum card. Okay, and I'm going to teach you how to make this fun card. And it uses a penny. You're going to be surprised. It uses a penny inside to make it swing like that. But when I saw this design with the little penguin with the snowboard, I thought this would be a perfect one to try because it looks like he's just going down the hill and riding his snowboard. So we're going to do this cute little penguin pendulum card. And we're going to make this cute little penguin pull Ferrero Rocher, or however you say it, box with some yummy chocolates in there. And we're also going to be using some of the paper from the Snowflake Splendor Suite. And he's so cute. I love the penguin. So this is another design that I love with the pull on the front, and then it pulls, oops, come on, it pulls straight out of your sleeve there. So this will be something that we will do, probably do this one Tuesday, and we'll make the pendulum card on Thursday. So make sure you join me next week. If you can't join me, you can always look for the video tutorials on my YouTube channel. So thanks again for joining, and join me next week for Penguin Week. Thanks, ladies. Take care.